Okay, today is January the 30th, 2017. Right now, at 9 p.m. in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a temperature of 53 degrees. The relative humidity is 48%. The barometer is reading 30.14. That's down slightly. And the dew point is 34 degrees. And today we had, uh, the day started off with sunny, mostly clear skies here in the foothill areas of Los Angeles. And that quickly changed. We saw the chemtrail haze about 11 a.m. and then it got worse from there, and we ended up having a complete whiteout by about 3 p.m. There was just a furious spraying operation going on over Southern California, and also the further north we go, we see just a blanket all the way across Washington and Oregon. We'll take a look at that. Again, we see this 990 millibar storm system. This is slightly intensified overnight, and we see a very straight edge on this on the center of this storm. And if we take a look at this in the infrared map, we can see the angle there, very straight. It's nearly a right angle there. And again, they are trying to separate that frontal system. We can see that in the last couple of frames. Didn't work too well yesterday. This is such a big storm that they're having to really go after it. We can also see the very large channel, this blockade of high pressure that's been built in here to maintain separation. We can see that all this flow right here is going nowhere. It's stopping right where that blockade has been installed. And also look at the evaporation pattern right here. Everything is drying up. They are trying to prevent this flow pattern from feeding right back into that low pressure system. Also over here near California, we have a high pressure installed right over this area. We see that clockwise rotation, and that is winding some of this moisture right into California. And those are the unintended consequences of blocking one of these giant storms. So the jets are up spraying, and we see that. So we've got high pressure right here, and we also have an upper level, a mid and upper level low right here. We can see the counterclockwise rotation right in that area. All right, let's look at some of these other maps. Also, we have another storm right up here, and we have a transmitter generated blockade right through here, and that is separating each one of these is being separated by these barricades, these blockades, channels of high pressure. And of course, Hawaii is protected right here once again, and that sort of indicates that this is a U.S. operation, since U.S. interests right here are always protected. All right, let's look at the infrared map. We can see that very straight edge. Scroll through this and take a look. That is very, very straight. Let's put the let's put the envelope on that. And here we can see that is very, very straight. Okay, so we get the idea. That is a very straight edge, and that is a transmitter generated feature to weaken the system and split that frontal system away. We'll see if that works. Also, there's a lot of high pressure right over here, and that is pulling a lot of moisture right through Oregon and Washington, where all the heaviest chemtrail spraying is going on right now. Here's the western U.S. Map, water vapor map. You see that high pressure right here peeling off that moisture. That's coming right into central and southern California. And so we saw a lot of heavy spraying today. Very, very heavy spraying. Actually, I woke up with a headache today, this morning. And of course, that was because of all the aerosol spraying overnight. These guys have been doing this all day and night. And this is a gigantic system, obviously. It's half the size of the United States. And it is slowly moving towards the west coast, very, very slowly, but it is moving in a easterly direction. Okay, let's look at the infrared map. Let's see that Separation starting to take place right up in this area from that transmitter manipulation. All right, now here's the surface analysis map. We see that that storm has intensified off of California to 990 millibar, and it's indicated to be moving pretty much in an easterly direction right towards California. There's high pressure in between, and there is a rain forecast, a possible chance of rain, we were told. This is what they tell us on the nightly news. These people that are reporting the weather, they don't show us the map here showing the giant hurricane-sized storm. They don't show us this, and then they tell us there's a chance of rain on Thursday and Friday for Southern California. So once again, we'll keep an eye on the nightly news tonight and see if they actually show that system. So we have this storm right here, which may or may not bring some rain by Thursday, Friday. We don't know. It doesn't look like it will, because there's all this high pressure here, which is running a lot of that moisture up to the north. We have a very large system out here, a hurricane force system, 966 millibar. And this is up at about 43 degrees north, way out past the date line here at 160 east, I believe that is. Can't read that. Okay, let's go to the, this is the swell report, and that storm is generating that 990 millibar storm off California is generating 32-foot seas right here in the center. All right, now here's the southwest water vapor map. We can see what's going on here in Southern California. All that high pressure is winding a lot of that moisture from that storm right down into central and Southern California. So the jets have been out spraying furiously all day long, all day and night. You can see pockets of yellow and green moving in. Now, if we look at the IntelliCast map, which is, let's take a look at the jet stream first. Here's the jet stream flow. We have jet stream flow around that storm and up into Washington and Oregon, now to the east. Now here's the Doppler map, the IntelliCast Doppler. And the only rain and snow are up here in Washington, and nothing down here in California. If you go back up to Washington and take a close look, you see that there's a transmitter manipulation going on, chopping up the snow pattern. Of course, that transmitter is right there on the island of, I believe it is El Camano or something. Camano Island or something like that. Anyhow, right up in this area somewhere. And we have some transmitter manipulation right here near the Portland area. There's a transmitter just west of Portland, which is breaking up the rain pattern. Here just about a half hour ago, there was some very good evidence, everything triangulated to an area somewhere right up in this area here. Okay, so the chemtrails are very effective once again today. Let's take a look at the MODIS Today map. I have the northwest map shown. Starting in central California, we can see a very large area of chemtrail haze right here. A lot of streaks and lines all over the place right here in the Bay Area. And as we pan north into Oregon, we can see the blanket of chemtrail aerosols right over these natural clouds moving in. And the further north we go, the more intense and more thick this canopy of chemical aerosol becomes. We have Idaho right here and Montana over here off to the right. But mainly the chemtrail haze is all through this area. It's just blanketed the entire map. Here is the This is the SSEC map. We see that gigantic storm system. Everything is moving counterclockwise here. They are not hitting the core of this. It's spinning vigorously counterclockwise. And we see that very strong blockade of high pressure installed right here. This phased array transmitter is just doing a very good job of isolating the flow pattern. It's preventing any flow into the core of this system. Here's the pressure maps. Sea level pressure. We see that surface low from that storm. This extends all the way up to the 300 millibar level. Take a look at the 500 millibar map. Closed low. We have a closed low right over here. And we were looking at that. There's a high pressure right here and low pressure right over here. So there's probably a lot of wind offshore somewhere down in this area. Not a good time to be out on a ship. Here's the 300 millibar map. We see these two low pressure systems. We have a lot of squiggly lines over central and southern California indicating transmitter manipulation. Once again, let's go back to that other map here, this water vapor map, and we can see the effect that transmitter right through here is having, blockading all this moisture. That is really amazing. Very, very effective. Okay, so that is the report for today, and we will do another update tomorrow.